those heroes that no matter what the patch is, that hero's like always the most annoying laner in the game. So, I mean, Phoenix is still in the pool at the moment, which is the big one for me.
Terrorblade's also made it far, I feel like. We've seen a couple TB bans early.
Exactly. And I think I'd be very surprised if they didn't ban the Phoenix here. I think Hero's pretty wacky at the moment. Sunray's such a crazy ability.
Beatable. Got to get those egg scramblers. Still trying to make it a thing.
It's still not. It's not happening.
Egg scrambler will be a thing. So we're good.
Okay, so
there it is. No need for the egg scrambler. Yeah. It's gone.
We've got some different bans, which is nice. So Phoenix and Entra are a little bit different. So Doom's still in the pool, which is a big one. We obviously. Ooh.
Okay.
That is different.
First pick Windrunner.
Guess what's still in the pool as well that we know both these teams have liked to pick before, which pairs well with the Wind Ranger in the offlane.
Morphling? Terrorblade?
No. Offlaner.
Underlord?
No, you can do this.
Ancient Apparition?
Spellamp?
Visage?
No. Then.
Zeus?
It's Bloodseeker.
It is actually still in the pool. It's made it, but it's usually a second phase ban, so
I think you would have gone through every other hero before Bloodseeker there. So they actually take it on 5-men before ninjas can take it for themselves. And it's really good against Wind Ranger as well. So
I was trying to just, weasel my way around picking Bloodseeker. Hopefully.
I'm pretty sure, you've named every hero before Bloodseeker still.
Oh,
I'm so sure.
Something different. I'm excited.
This is cool.
Shadow Demon mid. Do it. Let's start with the game.
Stale when you're seeing the same heroes across the series, all 3 games.
But excitement
they get into
starts.
This, whoever wins qualifies, and they're like, hell yeah, let's just pick 3 different heroes that we haven't seen yet, like in ages. Like, especially this series, right? That's crazy.
Gosh.
I mean, the Shadow Demon Purge is really good against Bloodseeker because it basically gets rid of his high mobility completely in the fight. It delays the rupture timing because you can put them under with the disruption as well. Yeah, and this is the one that we've seen with the Bloodseeker whenever the Tiny doesn't get paired with it. We see the Earth Spirit as well. You can kick on the rupture to do the damage, which is really nice. And it's also a hero which allows them to get onto the backline and find the Shadow Demon first. The Earth Spirit performance we saw earlier, I think it was from Roger from Fly to Moon, was pretty underwhelming. So hopefully this one from, I'm assuming it will be Misery, will be, a little bit better.
Could set up the Bloodright, get a rolling boulder in. All of a sudden, Bloodright follows that up as you're rolling in. Get that silence. Run in as the Bloodseeker. It's excitement.
It's the Magic Amp as well. When you use the Blood Rage on the Earth Spirit and he gets the Magic Amp for his ult, when it's on to like 3 or 4 heroes, it really starts to stack up quickly. So I like this pick. I think this is cool. Gives them a good, strong pairing to play off of as well with their draft. So, good wave clear as well, which is nice. Shadow Demon Wind Rangers is a bit of an odd pairing, like between the 2 of them, right?
Are they going to go Luna? About to spice it up, the Shadow Demon Luna build?
No. I mean, Terrorblade's still in the pool, which is an option, but I think that lane against Bloodseeker can be a little bit difficult sometimes. But I'd be very surprised if they didn't ban out the Terrorblade. I mean, they were first phasing it in game 1, and was it just game 2? I think they first phased it.
Viper
ban. Oh god.
Think Inspector then.
But yeah, potentially. Maybe Timber or something as well is another option.
Ban Spectre if you're 5-men?
I think they banned Terrorblade. I think you ban heroes that work well with the Shadow Demon. And the Shadow Demon builds that we've been seeing at the moment, they go for like the 4-4-0 and they play off pulling all the time. Just getting their own XP that way. We hardly ever see Shadow Poison now, to be honest, on this hero. Maybe it's core Shadow Demon. That would be hype. But again, I like these openings in the sense from both teams that they don't give anything away.
Well, that Beastmaster doesn't give anything away. Just, getting rid of that lockdown.
Faceless Void's still in the pool, which is a big one from last game as well. I think for both these teams. Pretty strong pick, because you like playing it against the Bloodseeker as well, because obviously when you Time Walk, you don't take Rupture damage. I like the Batrider ban though as well. That's something that we see Flying to Moon prioritize really highly because they have general, but these other teams haven't like first phase Batrider yet.
No, they haven't, which is a bit of a surprise considering that in the Americas it felt very prioritized.
Yeah. And in a lot of the tier 1 EU teams as well, like obviously Nigma, like Weeha loves that hero.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen other teams prioritize it quite highly as well. AM ban.
Pugna.
Wow.
Expanding the meta. Expanding it.
This is something that 5men have liked to play. We haven't really seen it from them this tournament, but they like to pick it in. They did in the BTS Pro Series games. So it's a good pairing with the Earth Spirit in the offlane if they put those two together. But it's not great against Shadow Demon because you have the Purge to be able to take off the Decrep, which is a bit of a problem. But they could also play it mid as well because I know Chessie's played it before for them as well. So it's a little bit of a flex pick. I imagine it has to be Bloodseeker 3 though, right? And like,
I would assume so.
2, probably.
They played it, at least from what I'm seeing, with Wraith King and Crystal Maiden, as well as Anti-Mage and Mars. Mars still available, but you've got the Bloodseeker.
I will also say as well, though, that this Pugna dissuades them from wanting to pick TB on ninjas. It could be position 5 Pugna as well. You know, there's a few different things they can do here. So, I mean, this Pugna is a big shock to me, and I'm sure it's a big shock to them as well. Because when you show this Bloodseeker pick, like you don't expect them to pick the Pugna so early in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Do they have a way of dealing with this Pugna?
Yeah, they've got the Shadow Demon Purge, which is okay. But like Wind Ranger really struggles until she builds a BKB against the Pugna because you can't get your damage off with Focus Fire, etc. So we might see a little bit of a different build from the Wind Ranger this game, like a Blink Meteor Hammer kind of thing, rather than the MKB Rush.
There's the Mars.
Okay. God, this Pugna's going to do so much magic damage though with like a Veil on the Magic Amp from the Bloodseeker. Christ. So are they gonna pick their carry here, and then flex this Pugna to a last pick between like 2 and 5 or something?
I guess they could, but do you really want a 5 Pugna in this matchup?
Yeah, I don't know. They lack like raw physical damage at the moment as well on 5 men, so they need something that lanes okay against Mars as well. I still think Void's in the pool, and that's okay. What else could they go for? Like Jug's still in the pool, which is something that Aces like to play. It's okay this game up against the Mars and the Wind Ranger.
What about
you can spin out of Arena?
What about no, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. I thought about it more in my head. Nope.
What were you gonna say?
Nope. It's not happening.
They could even go for like Mag or something if they wanted, but I think they want to pick a 1 or a 5 here.
Does Visage work in either? Does Visage work right now for Ninjas of Pajamas?
Yeah, they go Void. No, not against Pugna, I don't think. I think it looks like a really difficult Visage game. Which is why we were talking about were they going to first phase ban it. I don't think so, because it has to still be the right game for Visage to work. Ooh, that's nice.
That could be safe or mid.
Yeah. I think they're likely to pick a carry hero still on ninjas. Would be my read of it. So they do Mars, Wind Ranger off lane, Ember mid, Shadow Demon 5. Most likely. But they could do like Wind Ranger 5, the Shadow Demon Mars in the off lane together, where they have the setup for the spear and things as well. Could be like Wind Ranger mid, Ember 1, and they're still yet to pick a 5 hero.
Does CK work at all in this lineup?
It's not great. It's okay. They need like something that scales a little bit better on Nip, I think. Like I know TB's not that great here because of the Pugna and the Void, but it might just be something they just go back to because they're confident on it.
Okay, this is
like
my last.
Drow's still in the pool, it's a really good Drow game.
I was gonna say that. I was getting there.
You can't say that after I've said it. You're just making it up.
No, I'm not. Oh, dude, we need telepathy. Come on. I was about to look so good.
Underlord. That Underlord's been let through all the way to the last phase. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been such a popular hero between these two teams, especially. So, well, like Viking and Nip, I know have both really liked it. 5 men, a little bit less.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think of other position ones that they could go. I'm like Spectre's still in the pool, but
I was gonna say I think you have to ban Drow.
There's the Drow ban. Yeah. I think they're in a tough spot.
Not Phantom Assassin.
Maybe like Alk, and they play off like a really early timing, but I don't like that either.
I don't think that's good against this Bloodseeker.
They don't have a huge amount of reserve time to work with either, which is a slight problem, I guess. I think Spectre would probably be the safe pick for them.
Yeah, I guess, but they're still...
What about like Lone Druid for Charlie?
What if you do like
something he used to play a lot?
4 or 5 Nyx for 5 men if they go Spectre? Oh, the CK was right.
But the thing is, I think it's an okay C game, but I don't think it's amazing.
No, it's not.
So that's the thing. Their last pick, I think, there was nothing that really stood out as being like, yeah, this is awesome.
Except for the Drow, and that got banned.
Yeah, except for the Drow, yeah. But, like, they have okay illusion clear. They have, like, the Blood Right. There's the Pugner with the Life Drain instantly kills illusions as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. So now they need some kind of, like... They have okay AoE.
Could you just put the Pugna mid and go, like, Witch Doctor 5?
Yeah, that's okay. I personally, I think they're going to end up putting the Pugner as the 5. That just sounds like something they would do with a Misery draft, you know? It's just slightly greedier than normal, you know?
Just a little bit.
Like, they picked Deuce a Bounty Hunter the other day. Like, they don't care what anybody thinks. They'll just do their own thing.
Ooh. Bounty. I'm very down for that. Brewmaster. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Misery now on the Earth Spirit, and it is the 5 Pugna.
So it's a lot of mid?
It's a lot of control.
It's Brew mid.
What?
This is like super old school from Chessie. Wow. The Brewmaster's really good against CK because you get the Dispel on the Wind Panda, which kills all the CK illusions.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I mean, you remember how you were trying to guess Bloodseeker before? If I'd have guessed what they were going to pick there,
it wouldn't
CK would have. I would never have thought of that. Like, not in a draft time, at least.
Oh, gosh.
That's crazy. They really... They lack, like, raw physical damage. I mean, Void, obviously, when he gets items online, is going to be really strong.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to kill a Mars, an Ember, and a CK, which are all pretty difficult to deal with. And there's a save on the Shadow Demon as well. So I'd love to see how Chessie itemizes this game, whether he goes for something a little bit more like physical damage based, like an AC or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so weird. It's great. Like, the pick makes sense, because obviously Brewmaster's good against CK in a 1-to-1. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's completely different to what we've seen so far this tournament.
I don't know if you guys get this feeling when I get to listen to how excited Mo gets about the draft, but let me tell you, it gets me excited. It's amazing. So, feel the draft like Mo does.
And again, like, I don't think this is a massively one-sided draft. I'd probably rather play Nip's lineup slightly, but who knows what this Brewmaster mid's going to do. Like, this could go anywhere.
Get to level 25, pick up a Divine Rapier.
I would say this Shadow Demon has to die in fights, though, if you're 5 men. If the Shadow Demon survives the fights, he has the save for the Chrono. Like, the Purge is going to be really good against decrypt targets as well. But they have ways of getting on top of him with, like, the Void, with the Earth Spirit. Obviously, Pugna has a lot of raw magic damage as well, so... I can't wait to see how this position 5 Pugna does as well. Like, where's this come from? What's happening?
5 branches, 4 tangos. The ultimate build. So how do you see this game? Like, who's going early? Who's gaining advantage in the early game? Who's getting mid? Like, where's the advantages coming from?
I think if this Brewmaster doesn't use his first couple of ults really well, then I think the Brewmaster has to make the right rotations, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I think the Radiant side have to be playing from ahead. Because this Bloodseeker, like, Brewmaster, they want to be, like, making, like, early rotations around the map with their ults.
The battle begins.
Not Charlie, though. And obviously, we should say these teams know each other really well. Like, they do have that, like, banter with each other and a laugh. Which is always nice to see. Like, all these players have been around.
It always feels like Bloodseeker gets 6 and just destroys around the map. Is this a game we're going to see that again?
Potentially, yeah. I'm also just looking at the comments in chat and seeing the hero suggestions. It's so funny because absolutely nobody is going to guess what's coming, and I love it.
Unless they can see the draft, which I know it's
unless they're cheating.
Possible, yeah. So here's the build: CK, first item Ags, and then makes illusions of illusions.
I don't know if you saw this combo top, by the way, earlier with the Blood Right into the Boulder Smash.
Yeah, I saw that.
It reminded me of the Blood Right into Avalanche, right? Which we saw earlier.
And that's what I was talking about. The Blood Right into the Boulder Smash, the Blood Right into the Rolling Boulder, having that combination, having Misery move around the map. Like, that's what I'm expecting. But then you take a look over mid, and Chessie up against Supreme. How is this supposed to go for the Brewmaster?
I feel like Brew should do okay. But, I mean, it gets to the point where he can't take Flame Guard off. When he gets to like level 3, right, and there's 2 points in Flame Guard. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Supreme should just be able to push out the wave and farm. I still can't wait to see what the item builds are. Especially from Brewmaster. Oh god, I'm excited. Jibby and Misery both get really low top.
And then Void bottom, Spirit up. In trouble, Shackle follows it up. God's Rebuke, Era with the kill and an ace.
That's an ill win for someone.
I mean, Spear into Shackle is so much lockdown. Crazy.
It is a long time to be locked down. It's a 2-second shackle duration. When you're speared to a tree, you're not going to miss as the Windrunner. That's level 1, 3.6 seconds of lockdown.
Also, I see people in chat saying that the Brewmaster thing doesn't kill illusion. Okay, it might not kill them, like straight up, but it does a lot of damage to them. So, it pretty much kills them. It's technicalities, alright? I get it. It's fine.
Blood Right? Stun and a kill up top on a Misery. Charlie gets that kill, can only try to save him with a Blood Right. 2 quick kills for Ninjas in Pajamas. Well, I say 2 quick kills. It's 3 minutes into the game. I'm be lying. I didn't mean to lie, though.
I mean, the laning stage is really close again. Like, it's not massively one-sided either way, which is what we've seen from, like... I feel game 1 and 2, we had a pretty strong laning stage either way. Game 2 a little bit less so.
Rolling Boulder in. Boulder Smash. Now Charlie. 2-second stun. We'll survive here, but it is not getting easy. This has been very tough for this top lane, it seems, for Jibé and Misery.
I die. Right? It's fine.
Low for a second, but A-OK. Bloodseeker top. He's in trouble. Kill for Jibé. Wow. Or kill on a Jibé.
Yeah, and he is doing this thing where he skips Shadow Poison. They have so much damage between the two of these heroes. It's crazy.
Hugna, bottom. I mean, a kill after kill after kill after kill. For nothing. We're just doing okay mid, but the rest of the team They're not keeping up as well. It's felt like Supreme has done well, I think, after getting pushed back into the jungle 2 times in a row.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the Visage thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not because of him, specifically. That's just the hero Visage. That's just what it does. So... He's going to stack a camp here as well, man. Okay. Charlie gets this really low top here. Doesn't have a salve either, so...
Never refuse gold, give it.
Going to be able to secure both the bounty runes. Side, have a look at it.
Bounty.
Earth's bounty.
Now they've got the disruption.
Yeah,
They'll throw the stun. Blood right down, only a 1 second stun. But now the reality rift comes through. Misha chasing, no mana.
This is the problem when you play this Shadow Demon, like without the Shadow Poison. Well, even when you do get Shadow Poison, it's a very mana-intensive hero. Like Disruption costs 120, Soul Catcher scales with levels. So when you get to like this level 5, level 4, 5, you have to make sure you're constantly topping yourself up with mana.
Saberlight, Spear. Shackle follows this up. This is only a level 1 Shackle shot, but it should be enough to get the kill there on a pile of die. Saberlight loses his courier.
Ooh,
Meanwhile, Misha, he goes down for the first kill for 5 men.
Yeah, they managed to get the Bloodseeker like 1 HP, but healed off the Shadow Demon kill, so the CK couldn't finish him off. That was really nice.
Regeneration.
And now
Top.
yeah, I mean, Zero's just going to get to like almost full HP again here. Just like existing in the lane and creeps dying around him. What a stupid hero. Jesus.
Boulder in. They've got the Brewmaster here. He's level 6. And trying to TP out. Gets stopped just before. They've got the Cyclone onto this Shadow Demon and the toss of the stone right on to this CK. So they get the kill onto Charlie. They look over the Shadow Demon. Blood right down again. Timed right. And another kill as Chessie comes up here and gets 2.
This is a sick rotation as well because they have the
Mid.
catapult.
Highlight Die on the run. Nether Blast. Supreme, he needs to be a little bit careful. Remnant forward gets the kill on a Highlight Die and he's able to escape.
That was awesome. Yeah. I mean, he gets away as well. That's the most important thing there because he knows he has the safety remnant back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really well played by him.
Dire's top
He doesn't
tower
have
is
any
under
HP or
attack.
mana to work with, though, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, this Brewmaster rotation, do you remember us saying before that these first few splits need to be really good? So, and the first one's good, because not only do they kill the CK and the Shadow Demon, it's with the Siege Creep, and now they're going to get a free tier 1 at like 7.5 minutes into the game. Which is insane.
Dire's top tower
'Cause Charlie
is
used his
under
TP before,
Dire's
right?
top tower is falling.
Or somebody used their TP before, I can't remember who it was.
Dire's
Putting
middle
some
tower
pressure
is
on.
under attack.
Not really too much, though. They've lost their tier 1 up in the top lane. This pushes Charlie back into the jungle. He's just hitting level 5. It's not going that well. Boulder Smash. Misery has a roll.
Top. Yeah.
They've ruptured him, and Chessie ends up dead, though. Blood right
Radiant's
down
middle
onto
tower
Charlie.
is under attack.
He's low, but not low enough. And at the same time, Saberlight now on a killing spree as they take out Pile Die in the bottom lane with the arena.
Look how they
Radiant's
killed
middle
Chessie
tower
mid.
is under attack.
I wasn't watching that at all, were you?
Radiant are scanning.
Nah, I was watching top.
Oh man. They used the arena to bot to kill Pile Die, I get that, but
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was just like max flame guard into wind range of power shot or something. Sorry, Observer, we're not very good. We don't always watch the feed. We
I was
bad.
watching both, but
I was up watching CK at the same time.
Radiant's bottom
Misery
tower
is
under
level
attack.
5.5 at 8.5 minutes into the game, by the way. Like, he's almost level 6. He's going to get it off this wave. And it's going to free up the tone so they can get his level 6.
Up top, gonna go for the Bloodseeker once again. Slight. Blood right down, Remnant forward. Jibbe looking very dead. Mince the meat. Kill the Bloodseeker.
Oh, I love that talk. That's so great. And mid lane as well, they're going to roll
Boulder
in.
shackled, doesn't connect.
Ooh.
Misery though, in a lot of trouble. Still just level 5. So a creep away from hitting that level 6 and doesn't even get it.
I really don't understand why the Pugner was sat here mid. Like, just stealing the XP, because Underlord would have got level 6
Now
off
they're
those
finding
waves.
Pugna. They'll get Power Die. Oh, Ace! He wanted that Chronosphere. Shackle came in as well as the disruption, and now he can't do anything.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Windrunner's
He's
in
pretty
trouble.
deep.
Yeah.
Kill someone
I'll
you
get the
know.
kill there on the Windrunner, but now the focus is going to be
Split's
on
about to
Chessie when
end.
he's back to form. They've got the Cyclone. There's the Arena. Chessie in it. Missed the Spear. Now the Chrono comes in on a 2, technically, because it hits the Brewmaster as well, but they get the kill on a Saberlight. They look over at Supreme. Supreme, meanwhile, he's got a Remnant to throw, and will rupture,
Dire's
or
middle
get
tower
ruptured,
is
and
under
move back
attack.
and forth. Rolling Boulder in, Magnetize over, Disruption out. Now the chase is on, looking for Supreme. Chessie getting
Misery's
low.
just-
Boulder Smash out onto both Supreme as well as Era, but the Focus Fire is there to kill off this Brewmaster. Power Shot lands, and Misery's gone.
Wait, what is this
Wow,
dive?
Yeah,
I-
I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, yeah. I mean, they see the Ember just running away. I think they just have to accept that they're not going to get him there.
Given.
Like, and that's fine. It's okay. Don't just force the fight too hard. Because they could have just been hitting the mid-tier 1 in the meantime, right? And now you don't have Chrono for the next little while. There's no split either. And I'd be very surprised if Nip didn't try and punish that. You see Charlie already pushing this bot tier 1 without being under any threat, to be honest. And he is going Midas on the CK, which is pretty standard.
Disruption.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now they've got the Searing Chains out on a chest. He's taking a lot of damage. Bloodray comes down to try and kill Supreme. Remnant away. Saberlight here. Rupture. And they'll
Supreme's
focus their
out,
attention
though.
on a Saberlight. Yeah, Supreme's gone.
This is 5 heroes mid. They see Supreme at the moment because of the thirst, but they just don't. They don't have the jump. Splits up again in 20 seconds though, and Charlie did take the bot tier 1.
So CK Midas going Armlet. Up 1,000 golds. Mill's next for the Ember. Where's Brew going? BKB first.
Wow. Okay. So they really want to hit a timing in the mid game, huh? They're gonna have like Greaves or Mech on, at least on the Bloodseeker as well. But what I don't understand is this Void obviously does really well if it gets to the late game, right? But my problem is this Brewmaster and the Bloodseeker don't scale anywhere near as well as the Void do. So like in the ultra late game, or like at least late game, they have 3 cores that scale relatively well in the Mars, the Ember, and the CK against the Void. Like this Brewmaster doesn't scale in the same way. So when do 5 men feel like they want to win the
Dire's
game?
middle tower is under attack.
Like, do they feel they can win the game early and they can play off this BKB timing on chassis? Or do they want to keep
Radiant's top
scaling?
tower is under attack.
I don't know what the answer is.
Blink Dagger picked up for the Mars. Now they'll have the Blink Arena. That's a relatively quick blink here for Saberlight.
My thanks will come later.
He's done pretty well. Roll from Misery mid just misses. Yeah, so what can they get
Meanwhile-
done with the blink though? That's the question. Right? Like, can they
Yeah.
kill mid here before their tier 1 dies potentially?
Potentially, they force the
Ooh.
Primal Split. Early from Chessie, we'll see if it turns in anything. Blood right down, gets the arena out beforehand. So now Misha's able to walk out of the arena. The only one who can follow is this Earth
Tron
Panda who's
Saberlight.
on the run. They'll take the tier 1 tower.
Charlie?
Go
Radiant's
ult for Charlie. They get the kill on a pile I die, but can they get much more? Supreme right in front of them. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains on a Misery. Spear doesn't land on anything. They've used the drums. They'll roll. They'll hit the Ember. Look for the Blood Right Ace. He's got Chrono. I just don't know if he thinks he has the damage.
It's changed up in a couple of seconds when time dilation runs out, but they did lose their tier 1, which is big there, but again, like they use split and they don't really achieve anything with it. 5 men, so gotta be a little bit worried about that.
Look at the goal that Era has, by the way.
Crazy, isn't it? And I was talking before about whether he'd still go MKB because of the Pugner. Doesn't care. He's gonna do it anyway. Fair enough. What happened to the Medallion Blink Meteor Hammer Wind Rangers? They were the cool ones. Not this... Oh, like... Yeah, they were the Chads. Not this... I don't know. Not this MKB Rush stuff.
They were the Chads?
Yeah.
Damn.
The Meteor Hammer... Like, Shackle Chunk to Meteor Hammer is such a stylish play, you know?
It is, it is. Fair, fair.
Wrapping around here with Sableye. I mean, he has Blink, but he doesn't have the arena up, so...
Kind of spear, potentially.
They want to find Jibei, I think, and they are going to see him here.
Radiant are scanning.
They ping out where they think they're going to be standing. Yeah, so
Radiant's
Jibei just goes up to the high ground.
under attack. Radiant
You know what, this tier 1 drop, but it looks like they're just going to allow it to take this kind of damage, and they do eventually glyph, but not sure that it was really worth too much to save this tier 1 in the mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bounty.
They're just going to let it go, wow.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I guess they don't feel confident in taking the fight without Split. They have Chrono up, but... I mean, Voyage without BKB dies so quickly this game.
I don't think he was confident in the damage, too, because they had singled out Supreme.
And he didn't commit the chrono. It felt hesitant, you know?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Really trying to stop saying that. It's so hard.
Top lane here, they're going to possibly make a play on Era. You see the Quelling Blade from Chessie to wrap around the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool.
They're on. Oh! The reaction, the arena, the chrono! But you get nothing.
That's a save.
They've got the save, they have themselves the disruption, now the primal split is used, Sleight of Fist Searing Chains coming through into the Pugna. The damage, Supreme needs to be careful, life drain, and can't get to the remnant, it's not done running! Oh dear. Time walk forward, Misha out of the Blood Right, but he's stunned up, primal split back to form, they'll get the kill onto onto the Shadow Demon.
And there's the mech as well to keep them all topped up. I think they can keep
Saberlight,
going.
They're just gonna go. They got the shackle on it, I thought too, but I guess they missed it. Saberlight, he'll be saved. Disruption there to save him. Power shot hits on a Chessie. Saberlight low. Eventually he'll fall to the Magnetize of Misery. They can't do anything on Ninjas in Pajamas, and all of a sudden 5 men, they're pressuring your top tier 2. That mech doing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, really great chrono from Ace there, because they use the arena, but they effectively can't get anything from it. Like, if they'd have killed the Brewmaster before the chrono comes up, then it would have been completely different, because then the split doesn't go off, etc, etc. So, yeah, great team fighting there by 5 men. And I think that's the first time they've had the gold lead in a little while. Yeah, like all game. I think he has Yawls on Misery now on the Earth Spirit, which is really nice. Obviously set up for that silence. Set up for the roll.
Is this the game we see Brew go to level 25 and get the Divine Rapier?
Yeah, it's going to be like the general one.
That was us together, right?
Yeah, it was.
That was insane.
Oh, Pilot Eye. I mean, Pilot Eye is such an easy kill this game. He does have 1,500 gold, though, to be fair. Half his net worth he hasn't spent in items, which is quite funny. So I don't know whether he goes for the Aether Lens first. Maybe he feels like he needs a 4-staff this game. Might be quite nice. Obviously, Glimmer Cape's always going to be good.
Shadow Demon going Aether Lens, still going for the MKB on the Windrunner. Era, he's got enough for the Blitz Knuckles as well as the Recipe. Just needs enough gold for the Demon Edge, so he's 2,000 from that.
Ace.
Chest is coming onto the high ground. They've got the arena as well as the spear out on Ace. They'll do the damage onto the Void. They'll not get the kill just yet. Disruption's there, and Ace is able to time walk out Misha. I think saved Ace's life. They get the
and
kill
now he has no more Remnants on Ember.
Now, yeah, Supreme. He tries to TP out, but they've got the stone to toss at him. They'll get the kill. Misha saves Ace, and now they're going to lose 3.
That wasn't really a save, though. So basically what happens there is he knows that they don't have the damage to kill the Void before he's going to get Time Walk off. So what he's doing is he's trying to disrupt in the hope that somebody on his team is going to have some follow-up damage for instantly out of the disruption. It was really close, but they weren't going to have enough.
You didn't think so? I don't. I
No.
can't calculate that like that.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
So it looks really stupid, but at the same time, it's the only way they can look like 100-0 the void.
Fair enough. Sable light. TP's down bottom. He's going into the Vlad's next.
I like this Crimson Guard that Zibe's going for on the Bloodseeker. I think this is really good. It's going to help massively against Wind Ranger, against all the CK illusions and things as well.
He has that 10k mark. He almost has that BKB.
Radiant
This Wind
are
Ranger's so
scanning.
farmed. I mean, I say that she's not really. She's just all her net worth is in one item soon, you know? And it's such a crazy item on this hero.
By the way, he went off the BKB first for Chessie and is going Radiance.
Yeah, I think that's better. I think he needs an item that allows him to scale at least a little bit. Because otherwise, so what's going to happen is this thing that we talked about, that they don't scale well at all on the Brewmaster and the Bloodseeker then.
Arena. Over mid. Pile of die with nice power shot from Era.
Why? Pilot's gone Holy Locket.
Best item in the game.
So, you know what? It amplifies healing by 35%.
Huh?
Which, on Pugner, you know, when you're playing this position 5, isn't awful. I felt like he'd want some kind of defensive item, whether it was a Force or a Glimmer first. They see Supreme top here, by the way. With the Yules, they might look to set up for a kill. What? Oh no, Chessie. You can't show like that in the lane. Like, the Misery has to be the one that goes in first with the roll.
On him. They found the Bloodseeker. They've got the Spear of the Gods. Rebuke the kill. Jibe ends up dead. Another one for Ninjas in Pajamas.
Nothing to what I have in store for your masters.
Yeah, this CK has BKB now. He's really strong.
What's the next move for CK?
I think they just look to try and take this tier 2 bot, at least get some decent damage on it. Because they don't have an arena anymore, but they still have Phantasm. And he has BKB, so if you look at Radiant's lineup, like, what scares him apart from Chrono when BKB's on? Like, how do they kill him in Chrono? True.
Top, Arena down. Chessie gets the Primal Split off Misery
Just got
in
it
with
off.
the Magnetize. Silence out on a 3. Chessie able to escape with the sight of Fist Searing Chains. Yule's out on a Misery, and they've got the kill. They'll take out the Earth Spirit. They'll look for the Brewmaster. Pile of Die is right here. Chronosphere on the back line.
Really?
On a 3, but Ace can't do anything more with that. BKB's been popped.
Ace
He
just
tries
dead?
to turn this around, and with the BKB popped in the time walk away, he kind of just Chronos and
This is a
That's
free
it.
Roche, right?
yeah.
Surely. You just head in if you're... Yeah. Supreme's going for more here.
Set of Fist Searing Chains with the Remnant over. Now they've got the Clumsy Net. Spear connects onto the tree.
Oh, the
Pile
Holy
of Die
Locket
trying to
healing!
keep him alive, but it's not enough. And now they look over at Pile of Die. Kill him as well.
I think you just go Roche. Seems really good. You need to Midas, CK. You need to Midas. Don't go Roche. What about the Midas? Oh, what a play
Brought the
from Michi.
creeps
Brings the
over.
wave.
Look at that
Dude, what a player.
delivery.
Sign this guy up permanently right now.
I mean, it is COVID, so, you know, you get those home deliveries these days.
That's true.
And that one, perfect delivery system.
I
Really
mean,
well
what was
done.
the chrono, though, before on the high ground?
No idea.
He instantly chronoed, and then he was like, I don't
I
think I
can't
should have
do
done
this.
that. And he just walked away.
It's time to go. Arena down once again. Yules, Misery, trying to roll out, but right in front of him is Supreme, so no Optimus Prime rollout for Misery.
Might not
Now
die
they're
as
3
well.
seconds stun on a Pile I Die. Shackle in, Phantasm used. And the Blood Rate's down, but it's not going to matter. They've got the Radiance finished off on the Brewmaster, but Ninjas in Pajamas are really starting to take over this game.
Oh my goodness.
Really trying to take over this game. Up about 4K. MKB
Radiant's
for the
top
Windrunner.
tower is under attack.
That's finished.
It's-
Era.
I know technically it's only a 4K advantage at the moment, but I feel like it's much more for NiP in terms of like the influence on the game with the heroes that they have.
Radiant's top tower has
And they've
fallen.
got a tier 1 down. They've got the Aegis. They're going into an AC. Charlie's going to farm this up pretty quick. And he's got this BKB. It's 9 seconds. Like, he's rolling at the moment. And they're going to try and smoke him, come from behind. But can they do this?
They have the Radiance ready as well, so at least this, you know, CK, if he does come with the illusions.
Supreme breaks the smoke on Ace.
Oh.
There's just a Remnant back. Rupture onto Supreme. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Remnants away. And now Pile Die is here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's just slowly. And now he gets a regen rune as well, so he's just absolutely fine. What a time to be alive.
Pile Die was there, but it's not like he could do anything about him leaving.
What a bounty!
Misha going into the Aether Lens like we were talking about before. And just a couple hundred gold away from the AC. So tier 2 tower, Charlie pushes this as they're going to fight over mid. They've got the disruption out on the Earth Spirit. Misery on the run. Chessie uses that primal split. Will chase after these heroes on the side of Ninjas of Pajamas.
They have to get
coming
something.
in from Misery. They need to get something out of this. Time Walk is down for 4 more seconds. It comes right into their hands. But the arena is there. The BKB is used. Saberlight trying to leave. He gets bashed up once. Now Time Dilation out. Ace, he doesn't have a lot left on this BKB, but they get the Chronosphere onto 2. They'll take out the Saberlight.
Here comes the CK though.
But here comes CK. Here comes Era too. Era's doing a lot of damage with that MKB. Charlie doing what he can with the BKB as well as the Magnetize, and he just TPs away.
Wow.
Won't commit to this, and Era's still trying to get as much damage as he can, but you've got the heal from Pile Die on the Ace. So Era on the run, has the Wind Run, Blood right down. Time Walk again from Ace. Stay with this Windrunner, and eventually they'll finish him off. I'm surprised Ninjas of Pajamas get nothing.
Yeah, this Pocket is doing so much work in fights. They have to find a way of killing him off on NiP. Because Impala just sat in the backline, just healing people up constantly. So it doesn't matter who you go on, they're just constantly going to be like almost full HP because of this life drain now, which is also level 2. So, yeah, pretty crazy. I also say that I really liked what Saberlight did there. Like, he was holding the high ground, which was nice, and he instantly turned around, tried to get the spear off onto the Void, but Ace got BKB off just in time to stop him, like, from being hit by the spear or damaged by the arena or whatever. So they get 3 kills, but they use Split and Chrono. You know, the trade-off.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Saberlight Supreme just farming up top. What are they going for? They've got the BKB. Supreme going for the Radiance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiance for the Embers. That worth.
It's okay. I don't know if it's right. I mean, he has BKB. He's really survivable, but he is lacking like damage, right? It depends whether he wants to go for like physical damage or like magic damage, whatever. Radiance is kind of like in the middle, because obviously the raw right click damage from the 60 damage on the relic works in, you know, all the heroes you hit with Sleight of Fist as well. So
Smoked up, looking mid. Jibby spotted. 4 seconds stun. That is unfortunate. So he gets speared too.
When you see how much damage that Soul Catcher does, though, it's ridiculous. Just loses like 35% of his HP straight up. So they lose the Aegis.
Middle tower is under attack.
You know, Chrono isn't up still, so
Radiant structures
they're fine.
are fortified.
Double damage.
Farming up towards the top. Double damage popped. Going for the BKB. Not too far away for that. On the Brewmaster. The Fuel's bottom. Pile Die. Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, big kill as well, because we've talked about how important Pile Die is in these fights. So this might be, yeah, you see Charlie just starts running mid again, because he knows with the Pugna dead, they're missing a big part, like component of their lineup.
I know, even Phantasm off that.
Radiant's
One thing
middle
you'll notice
tower
Charlie's doing really well is that he's
Dire's
waiting
top
for the
tower
split to
has
end
fallen.
before he uses his Phantasm and like enters the fight. Because otherwise what happens is like what we talked about before with the Brew, like Wind Panda, just like doing so much damage to the illusions.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm also really interested to see what talents Brew takes at 20 and 25 if we get that far. Like if he wants to go for this primal split units, these talents, or if he just goes for the raw right-click build with the
That's
attack
what I'm
speed and the...
thinking.
Yeah, I think he has to scale. Otherwise they're going to really fall off a cliff in terms of their damage.
No, I was thinking it's the 80 attack speed and the damage rupture used. But onto an illusion. CK find Jibbe once again, 3 second stun.
Where's his health
Soul
go?
Catcher, and he's in trouble, but gets kicked away. So he survives. Blood Right's down. Chrono out onto the Mars. They will go over to the side as they get the Cone of Misery, but they end up losing Saberlight. BKB
won't
was
pilot
popped by
eye.
the Brew. He's running after this CK, seeing if they can get the control here. Blood Right down once again. Body blocks from the Bloodseeker to keep him in the Blood Right. Charlie dies. Rolling Boulder hits on Amisha. Jibbe moving forward. They'll find the focus out on Amisha. See if they can just finish him off. And yeah, Boulder smash. There's the kill. And on the other side of the fight, we see Era fall to Ace. Very big fight for 5 men.
These arenas aren't achieving anything. They need to, I think, stop using the arena and just go for the Blink Spears before the BKBs come off. Otherwise what happens is you see like Ace just pops his BKB, like Chessie just popped his BKB as well. Also Saberlight on the Mars got his BKB delivered mid-fight, but by the time he got it and popped it, he got chronoed at the same time. So still just
Dire's
dies
bottom
anyway.
tower is under attack.
Yes, the arena's really important, I get it, but I think getting the spear off is almost always more important here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it just gives them that split second more to get their BKBs off on the Radiant.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Now this Brewmaster scaling with the Radiant's BKB, with this Imp Claw as well. He took the attack speed talent, going AC. He's actually going to right-click now. I'm really glad he made this transition. From, like, instead of going BKB first time.
So now it's got to be AC Divine Rapier.
Yeah.
No jokes.
And like we said before, the Void is now the strongest hero on the map, I think. Even though CK's ahead in net worth, like, the Void's hit this point in his game where he has BKB, MKB, Mask of Madness. Which is, like, the 3 core items, I think, on Void at the moment.
Void might be the strong... I don't know. I think Bruce... the strongest at the moment. He can right-click really hard, and in a couple of levels, he's going to right-click even harder.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Which one's more important to them? If you had to choose one of them to die before they got anything off, which one would you choose?
I think Brew.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think Void's like the strongest hero on the map, right?
Are scanning.
Because I think if the Brewmaster dies, it means less than if the Void dies. Because I think they need the Chrono more than the Brewmaster.
It's close, though. I will say that.
It's close. You're right. It is close. He has an Arcane Rune here as well, which is really nice. On the Brew.
Pause. Emergency meeting in the cafeteria. Who's susp right now? I saw Blue come out of an event. Just saying.
Everyone's screaming Misha was the imposter after that top fight before.
Let's see. Chessie, AC. And I'm telling you, Divine Rapier, man. Just do it. Commit to the crit and the attack speed. Who's going to do something to you? Nobody. You just 2-tap people. Or honestly, 1-tap people.
You see they're doing a really good job at the moment on 5 men as well, as just playing around this high ground vision that they have. Because they know that Nipper up to something. So they're just holding their position. If Chessie's the guy that gets gone on first, that's fine. He has the ult, and he'll see them coming. See.
So much blood.
Here we go. Come on,
Here we
guys,
go.
let's get it underway.
Even game, 33 minutes in. Excitement arising. They're going to smoke. And are they looking to long wrap here?
Yeah, I think they're worried about running into high ground, so like, you can see that they kind of just... You want to keep it on the flat vision so they have the vision advantage if they bump into somebody. Or at least not a disadvantage.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, firemen go the opposite direction. They smoke and go the other way.
I love how these like double smokes. It's either 50-50, right? They either just completely miss each other, or it's like a full-on head smash. We got the wrong one, unfortunately. But never mind. They're gonna smoke again on Dire.
Whoa, Dire going double smoke.
The re-smoke. Let's see if Saber like goes for just the blink spear this time as well.
Maybe with this smoke they can get themselves the lucky strike.
He's not the guy they want to find first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Remnant back still, thinking about going up. They're on the high ground, and the side of Fireman, they're on the low ground. Time walk back from Ace.
She's growing to Roche on the CK though. Oh, if he sneaks this is crazy.
There's no reason he should be allowed to.
Dire
But there's no reason he should be in there.
Oh my god. This is gonna get close. They need to make a move.
No way.
Blood right.
But they see him. They see him.
Now they need to move in, but it's way too late.
the Dire.
Aegis is already picked up.
He has no Phantasm though on the CK, so he might be in a bit of trouble here. He has the BKB.
Go up to Charlie. Primal split. Blood right down. Bounty Rift hits onto Misery. And now they'll look over as the arena is in. They've got the spear that hits on a pile. I die. They get the kill on the Pugna. They look over as Ace continuing to try and walk in. Chrono used. This hits Era. They'll take out the Windrunner. They fought back on the Pugna. And now they look over the CK. CK still has this
All these
Aegis. They get the
buybacks.
kill on Misery. Buybacks coming in, but you're without the Earth Spirit. Aegis down. Brewmaster trying to fight. Chessie right-clicking. What can he do? Not much. Supreme takes out Chessie. It's gone for 77 seconds without buyback.
Dire's
Yeah, and Misery
structures
bought
are
back
fortified.
before as well, so his is still on cooldown as well. So they know that Misery definitely doesn't have buyback.
For the twins.
So they might... And because they didn't have Phantasm for that whole fight, they used it for the Roche. It's now back up again as well. So they can use it for a push here. There's no Chrono up either. I think this is probably a set of racks, I'd say, at least. There's no tier 2 bot either, remember, so it could be 2 sets.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
One right down.
Oh, repair kit.
Repair kit.
Oh my god, I hate this item. Oh.
I thought with the way they were taking out neutral items, this would be the next one to go.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower.
I was
is under
hoping
attack.
so. This tower is going to fall though, and now they can move on to the racks. There's no repair kit with the cooldown that it has.
Radiant's
Yeah, I think you just go
middle
bot.
barracks are under attack.
You go body.
You know?
Radiant's
Just go
middle
force, man.
barracks is
I'm
fallen.
always asking for the next step.
So they're happy with just getting one lane of racks, which is fair enough. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at Misha denying the wards at the moment as well that he put down. Because he knows they're going to check for high ground vision there, so he doesn't want to give them the gold. Nice it. So a set of racks worth putting down.
We all wanted to see the Brewmaster 25, but he's still far away from it. Silver Edge picked up for the CK. He's going Satanic next. Prince's
Ooh,
Knife,
Prince's
Minotaur
Knife.
Horn.
It's a really
Spell
good win range
Prism.
item. Oh my god. Okay. Cool.
What are you giving the
Spell Prism for the
to?
Ember, Princess Knife for the Wind Ranger. Hell yeah, the
Oh
Dire.
my gosh.
I mean, Nipper loving life with this. He CK has all with Destruction, so he doesn't even really care about definitely getting a tier 4 item. They pick up a gem on Saberlight as well. It's going to be coming out in the courier now.
Radiant are scanning.
Still net worth-wise even, but you could see just the CK was able to do so much in those fights.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Ace up in that top like jungle fight before. He really wanted to chrono the CK, but he's like, well, they got an Aegis. Like,
not worth it.
It's not worth it for me to chrono him here because he's just going to come up and I'll have no chrono to kill him the second time, right?
Stack. Nailed it.
The rune of haste.
Oh, leveler for the CK. Okay.
I have Orb of Destruction. I don't need tier 4 items.
Illusion Escape for the Brewmaster is really good because he has Radiance as well, but he actually sends it back. Okay, interesting.
Says guy who's mistaken 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
They're coming around with the
Smoked up.
smoke. They're trying to fight Ace. And he looks over at Charlie. Can't make a decision. Again, it's that indecisiveness. They'll throw the stun over at Ace. He'll pop the BKB. They go after Sable and he'll BKB and TP out. Time walk.
Nisha though.
Chrono.
Oh my God.
It's on the BKB CK. They go into the primal split. They don't have the damage to kill off Charlie. And now he's going to start to try and turn this. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. They've got the Wind Panda coming through. CK save Disruption out. They get the kill finally onto Charlie. They've got the Magnetize down onto the Windrunner. Down goes Arrow. They don't have buyback on any of these heroes. They look for Supreme. The bashes are crazy. And another
Oh my
one.
God.
Oh my God, 100% bash.
Like, look how much easier the fights are for 5 men as soon as CK doesn't have Aegis, right? They can just chrono him every single fight. Like we said before, Void's still the strongest hero on the map when he has chrono on. So, yeah. Really nice by a 5 men, and this should be a lane of racks back the other way. At least, again. I don't think they have repair kit on Dire either, do they? No. So they don't have that luxury, unfortunately.
A lot of indecision, honestly. Spear hits onto the Void. He's stuck to the tower for just a second. But now they're back onto it to the tier 3s. They can actually go top, I think. They have the opening, whereas Ninjas in Pajamas didn't.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Oh, Nip only didn't because there was a repair kit from the Radiant before that slowed them down.
But they also had the tier 2 still standing.
Well, no. Oh, the tier 2 bot wasn't there. I thought it was. Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Dire's top barracks are under
Yikes.
attack. Dire's top barracks.
One idiot caster, actually.
Uh-oh.
1 out of 10.
Time walk forward, going for Misha as well as Saberlight. Rolling Boulder hits, Boulder Smash.
Oh,
away.
Misery.
Oh, Misery! Can he get out? Arena, BK. Oh, okay. Oh, he's dead.
They're losing their tier 4s. I think they have to get out, though. Oh my God, I'm actually an idiot. I can't believe it. I love how it's taken me so long as well to realise. Oh, that's
Chad,
amazing.
forgive. Forget and forgive. Blood right down. Now the Rupture. Supreme going to try and chase. Shackle doesn't land anything. They've got the Focus Fire out onto Jibe. They'll get the kill onto the Bloodseeker. Take him out for 80 seconds.
Time is money.
You know what? Sometimes it happens. It's been a long day. Alright?
It has been 10 hours, man. It's a long one.
You've been with us in Twitch chat for 10 hours.
And you knew that the tier 2 is still standing?
You thought it was dead as well. That's fine.
Oh my.
I know. Don't lie.
And if you knew it was down, you're susp. Calling an emergency meeting.
I'm an imposter. Sorry, guys. CK's level 25 now, so he has the plus 10% Chaos Strike chance. Up to 40% now. Lots and
Jesse's
lots
almost
of damage.
25, man.
Dire's bottom tower is
They're
under
up
attack.
10k. This game is back and forth again. I love it. Forgo the Abyssal Brew. Just the Divine Rapier. I know you're up by a lot, though, so don't do that.
Yeah, he wants his level 25 though. You saw he just ate the time there. Or, I mean, 8 probably isn't the right word, but
Reading, eating, it's the same thing.
I mean, you could eat a book, sure. Why not?
Backtrack now for Ace. CK that level 25. He's got the Chaos Strike chance.
Oh,
So it's
Backtrack versus Chaos Strike, the RNG war. Dude, that's so exciting.
I hope everybody's doing their prayers for RNGesus.
really close game 3 as well.
Rolling
Misery.
Boulder coming in. They've got the Boulder smashed out. Now they look over at Supreme. Charlie's here. Chrono down. Oh my god. Charlie was almost in that, but he gets the break as well as the stun out onto the Bloodseeker. They go after Jibby. They got the kill on Supreme.
Oh, they missed the spear.
Spear ends up missing from Saberlight, who pops BKB. They still go after Jibby. They've got the damage, but no! Pilot Eye keeping him alive. Rupture is out. The silence is down onto the Shadow Demon. Rolling Boulder in on it from Misery. Magnetize takes out Misha. Spear hits on an Ace, but they've lost Era, they've lost Misha, and now they're gonna lose the rest. CK goes down, Charlie dead, 100 seconds buyback. Jibe on the run, BKB, Supreme, and Saberlight. They'll get the kill, but you just walked back on Saberlight, and you blinked in. Time walk past him. They don't even care about him. They're gonna go for Supreme instead. They've got life drain on him. They'll get the kill. He's dead for 2 minutes. Time walk forward. They go after the Ember, take Supreme out as well. He's gone for 2 minutes.
Misery's just in. He's trying to enter the fountain again. He's trying really hard.
Guys, feels comfortable in your fountain. You mind if I hang out?
And remember, they started taking the tier 4s before, so they're already low.
Just
know
Era and Charlie stand, but they kill the Brewmaster. Pulled him in and stunned
They're
him.
just taking turns. Running into the fountain.
Okay, now we got the Shadow.
I want to be the imposter. God.
Jibby got a haste. He's back into the fight. 80 seconds till they've got the Mars as well as the Ember. Time dilation used by Ace. Misery going in pretty deep. The damage being taken is way too much. Disruption used. Rupture's out. Now can they keep themselves Charlie alive? They'll use the Phantasm. Right clicks coming through, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The time walk out from Ace. Charlie trying to survive. Under him is the Blood Right. It doesn't matter. He goes down for 2 minutes. It looks like 5 men have done it. They just have to go up against Era and Shadow Demon Misha. But the Ancient is exposed, and this is looking like the end. The time walk forward. They've gotten the stun out on the Era. They'll get the kill. 4 heroes gone. And now their focus is on to Misha. They'll look for the full team wipe, and after the disruption is over, they'll get the kill. He'll buy back trying to hold, but it is impossible. 5 men against all odds have taken the series, and they will qualify for the main event. Ninjas in Pajamas blow 2 chances today.
Wow, they'll be kicking themselves. Like you say, they had 2 chances and they didn't take either of them. I mean, the CK, I don't know if you saw in the last fights, he was really struggling with this rupture from the Bloodseeker because he was getting ruptured every time. And yes, like, he's tanky and whatever, but this rupture just still rips through him really easily. Like, he can't get in and around the fight to use his mobility. And yeah, I love Chessie's item build. I think this Brewmaster is really cool. Like, it deals with the CK in the early game, but it also, with the item build that he's gone for, he does scale towards the late game as well. So yeah, I think